You're not gonna want to miss today's episode. He finally came. Pinhead, that is. We'll be showcasing a never-before-seen exclusive trailer for Pinhead. Pinhead himself is going to be on our show, and we will be discussing his perks, abilities, and counterplay. Welcome to Behind Two Pallets. I'm Bill Overbeck, and my co-host, Rupture. I couldn't drop the pallet.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the show.
What happened to Foggians?
You said it was dumb.
Well, it was. Glad you dropped it.
Bill, did you ask for new pallets?
What do you think? I have a lawnmower that's older than you.
Let me guess. It's one of those old ones with just the blades and no motor?
Oh, you're a wise guy now. Why don't you stick to the script before your ass is grass? You're probably the one that wanted a new pallet anyway. You're always wanting the latest thing. In fact, I believe we have some proof. Hey, Dwight, why don't you show us the photo I sent you?
Toxic, Bill. Let's discuss Pinhead, whose real name is Elliot Spencer.
Yeah, we talked about him a bit last week. The guy that's into the leather and chains, SBMM. Elliot Spencer sounds like an SBMM kind of guy.
Come on, Bill. You did that joke last week. Can't you come up with something new?
Hey, Maggot, I don't see you writing the scripts. What's with the raincoat anyway?
Pinhead is going to be a guest on our show today, Bill.
What, really? Don't you read the patch notes? He doesn't, do the thing anymore when you touch his box thing.
Oh, really? So I guess I won't be needing this. I'm gonna go change. Why don't you show them the official Pinhead trailer?
Sure. We've got an exclusive trailer, never before seen. Let's take a look. Oh, you're back. That was fast. I was hoping it would take longer. A lot longer.
Bill, we have a surprise for our viewers today. We have a special guest on the show. Pinhead himself is joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome SBMM Master Elliot Spencer.
Bill, that's not what SBMM means. How many times do I have to tell you? Here's our guest, the Cenobite, aka Pinhead. Well, it appears we're having difficulties. Shall we try one more time?
Last chance, I'd say.
Well, apparently Pinhead isn't coming anymore.
Was that pun intentional? Hey, what is that? That wasn't there before.
That looks like the lament configuration. What the hell is happening?
What's the matter, Rupture? Are you scared of a little box? Box, come to my hand.
Ow, what the fuck, Bill? Well, since Pinhead apparently keeps crashing loading into our studio, we'll just go over his stats. The Cenobite is a normal speed killer, 115% or 4.6 meters per second. His terror radius is 32 meters, the standard terror radius for most killers. His weapon is the hook and chain, and his power is the summons of pain.
Let's discuss his power a bit. It operates somewhat like a nurse blink, so if you played her before, you'll be familiar with the charge mechanic. You press the power button to create a gateway and release the button to open it. Once opened, you tap the ability button to summon forth a possessed chain under your control. Direct the chain into a survivor to bind them. A survivor bound to the chain is unable to sprint, so no fast faults. They suffer from the incapacitated status effect and cannot leave through the exit gate. Their movement speed is decreased further as they are hit with a second and third chain. Survivors can perform the break free action to escape. The Cenobite, other players, or solid objects can also break the chains. The Cenobite also has a passive power that is tied to the Lament configuration. Don't even think about it, Bill. It stays on the table. The passive ability is the Chain Hunt. When it starts, survivors are hit with chains and scream in pain, revealing their location to the killer. The Chain Hunt ends when a survivor picks up the Lament configuration. You hear that, survivors? Find the damn box and pick it up. If the Chain Hunt starts, you're going to be in a world of hurt. I agree, Bill. Having chains shot at you constantly prevents you from doing things and slows you down if you're being chased. Solo queue survivors are going to have it rough, as either no one goes for the box or everyone does and no one is on gens. This killer is going to be tough for solo queue, but swift teams should be easily able to prevent chain hunts. Unless he is using the iridescent Lament configuration, which prevents survivors from seeing the box aura if they are outside 16 meters. Keep in mind, if Pinhead finds the box, he can start the chain hunt immediately. Let's look at the Cenobite perk, Deadlock. Whenever a generator is completed, the entity blocks the generator with the most progression for 30 seconds at tier 3. The aura of the generator is white. And killers should be aware that generators block pause regression, so this perk doesn't synergize well with perks like Oppression, Surge, and Ruin to an extent, and may prevent you from using Pop. The next perk is Hex Plaything. Whenever a survivor is hooked for the first time, they are cursed and suffer the Oblivious status effect. Only the cursed survivor can cleanse the Hex Totem for the first 90 seconds. After that, anyone can cleanse it. The aura of the totem is revealed to the survivor if they are within 16 meters at tier 3. Lastly, the Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain, my favorite. When a survivor is hooked on a Scourge Hook, they suffer from Hemorrhage and Mangled status effect. Both effects are removed when they are healed. When the survivor is healed, they then suffer from a 9% healing and repair speed penalty until they are injured again. Pinhead is going to be a harder killer to master and isn't likely to be a top tier killer, but no doubt with his passive chain hunt and stacked slowdowns, going against him will be tough even in less experienced hands. Keeping the chain hunt from starting and solving the box at wise times will be critical for survivors. That's it for this week's episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, I know right where to file them. I think what Bill means is please comment below if you have any input about this episode or a topic you'd like us to discuss. Yeah, that's what I meant. I appreciate all of you watching this new show. If you're not aware, every episode has a hidden message in the intro. Can you decode it? That's it for this week. This is Bill Overbeck. And Rupture. I couldn't drop the pallet. Signing off until next week. Finger guns, how original. See you next week.